All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're going to keep rolling with our book series here, The Paleo Cardiologist by Dr. Jack Wolfson. Um, really enjoying this time with you guys, really enjoying reviewing this book. It's right up our alley here, getting people healthy. Chapter 8 here is Our Toxic World. Starts to get a little more powerful. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably are aware that our world gets toxic and more toxic. So what do you do about that? As I read this chapter for a while, I was like, man, what can I do? I can't eat anything. I can't sleep on anything. There's, pollutants everywhere. Yeah, it's tough, but the more you do, the better you're going to be. You may not be able to do all of it. You may not be able to follow all of his recommendations here, but if you do one at a time or a little bit here and a little bit there, your body's going to get healthier. This was scary. This was the Environmental Working Group did a study. They found 200 industrial chemicals and pollutants in the umbilical cord blood they tested 10 babies. So 200 on average in each of these umbilical cord blood. 287 different chemicals they identified through all of these testing. Things like, pesticides, consumer product ingredients. That would be like off things of makeup and stuff like that. Waste from burning coal, gasoline, and garbage. This is all found in umbilical cord blood. That means from the second you're conceived until you die, you're being exposed to chemicals for the rest of your life here. The big ones he talks about in the book here are pollution, secondhand smoke, BPA, which is what we get from plastics, electrosmog, which is all the invisible electricity things that are going around our house right now, the Wi-Fis and the 5Gs that people are talking about, things like Teflon and Gore-Tex, and then he talks about pesticides as well. One of the interesting things he also talks about is things like candles and air fresheners. Let's see, what are you doing inside your home? He recommends opening windows and getting natural products to clean. Vinegar, a great cleaning product, as opposed to using all these chemicals sprayed around your house. We tend to live in chemically built houses, right? Go to work in a chemically built a building that's built with chemicals. Drive a car that has got chemicals in it. Right? We're constantly bombarded with these chemicals. Why does a cardiologist care about chemicals? So I think this paragraph right here did it pretty well. The chemicals that are breathed into our bodies through our lungs are absorbed through our skin and ingested from food and water. From these portals of entry, the toxins move into the bloodstream and are recognized by the immune system. Once they're recognized by the immune system as foreign invaders, then that sets off the body's inflammatory response and ultimately leads to cardiovascular disease in the forms such as atherosclerosis, which is like a blockage, hypertension, and heart rhythm problems, all from toxicity. So what are you doing to minimize the toxins that you're exposed to? Electrosmog is probably one of the biggest ones people are dealing with right now. Electrosmog is tough to get away from. You have a cell phone, you have a computer. What are you doing to minimize that? BPA, plastics, they're taking it out of most plastics right now. Just another thing to make you think, when people tell you things are okay or don't worry about it or just trust whatever's going on right now. For a while, BPA was in almost everything. And now we know it's a big problem. So they're starting to take it out of stuff. So what's the next thing that's going to be put in your products? And the next things to be in your things you eat or you drink that they say is don't worry about it. It's okay now. And then all of a sudden it's going to have to be taken out. So BPA is the plastics. Pesticides. Pesticides are almost everywhere. Listen to some of the things pesticides are dealing with right now. So exposure to pesticides are linked to elevated rate of cancer, diabetes, neurodegenerative disorders like Parkinson and Alzheimer's, birth defects, reproductive issues. Also evidence that pesticides are going to lead to things like COPD, cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney disease, and autoimmune diseases. As always, the best thing we can do is keep it as natural as possible, as long as possible. Action steps. Avoid outdoor pollution when possible. Consume food or beverages. Don't consume food or beverage from plastic or cans. Don't smoke or be around those who smoke. Say no to chemicals in your ingredients. Minimize electronics. We've got to just start trying to do something different. Otherwise, you're going to keep going down the same path we are. We have a toxic world. do things like detoxes. Come talk to us about this. This is what we love to talk about, educate, and help you maintain your health for the rest of your life. I hope that helps out. Have a great Tuesday. Tomorrow, chapter 9, heavy metal madness. So getting a little bit more into some of these toxins. All right. Have a great day. God bless.